Joyful. Okay, so you have to be joyful. Okay, so God made us to be joyful. But what we become? We always are tensed. Okay, so we are always tensed. Okay, we are always tensed, and we always put a lot of pressure on your mind. Okay, I have to do this, I have to do that. Okay, a limited amount of pressure is very good for us. A limited amount of pressure is very good. See, I'll tell you one thing. If you have a school at 9 o'clock, okay, so even if you get up late, you will be in a hurry. Okay, you will get ready in 10 minutes, 15 minutes, because school is there. I have to go. That pressure is there. That's the reason you are getting ready. But on Sunday, no pressure. So the same work which you do in 10 minutes on daily, it will take 1 hour for you on the weekend. Okay, your parents will scold you. You say, I'll go, you'll not go. Okay, you'll not get ready. Okay, so that laziness will, whenever there is a pressure. So if I tell you to study any book, I'll give you a book and I'll tell you to study, you'll feel like sleeping. But tomorrow, if its exam is there, tomorrow you have the final exam, common exam, then how will you sleep? No, even in the night also you'll not get sleep because of pressure. So, but we have to manage the pressure. We have to control the pressure. As I told you, I tell this many times, too much of anything is too bad. Too much of anything is too bad. So what is most important for us to survive in the world? Air. Okay, but too much of air, if you push lot of air into some person, will he be alive? No. And what else is required for us? Water. Without water, can we survive? No. But if you dip one person for 1 hour in water, okay, if you have food, okay, without food, can you survive? No. But if I feed one person with 5 kgs of food at a time, okay, even 1 kg also nobody can take it. Okay, so that person will die. So too much of anything is too bad. Okay, so that is what we need to control. So pressure is very good if it is in limited amount of quantity, but we need to measure. See, being joyful, if you want to be joyful, what you have to do is you have to maintain the pressure at a optimal level. If it is going beyond you, if the pressure is going beyond you, just you leave it. Okay, sit, close your eyes, and meditate for 30 seconds. Okay, 30 seconds, and you always, okay, so how to be joyful? The secret of being joyful is to do what you can do and leave the rest to the God. See what happens, why we are so unhappy in our life, why we don't have joy in our life, because we have some expectations on others. Okay, so what's your name? Chandan. Who is your best friend, Chandan? Tell his name. Sri Bhagwan. So now Chandan expects Sri Bhagwan to help him. Okay, he wants him to give a pencil. That is an expectation. Now if Sri Bhagwan does not give him a pencil, he will be dull. He will be sad. Now what is the reason for this sadness? What is the expectation? So he is expecting his friend to help him. If he is not helping, then he is dull. Okay, he is sad. So whenever we are keeping some expectations, you want your parents to be in some way. They are not according to what you expect, then you will be sad. So if you want to be joyful, you should not expect too much from others. You need to think what I have to do. So if you have a fight with your friend, or if you have a fight with your parents, or anyone, if you have a fight, what you will see all the mistakes of the other person. But if you see your mistakes, automatically that argument will be going off. Okay, so pressure is good, but if you want to be joyful, do not put more pressure on your head. Okay, it will be very dangerous. Okay, see, I have seen a lot of people keep on thinking about something internally, but for others, if you tell to others, okay, it will look very silly. Okay, anyone of you can come here. Yes, you already came. Anyone else? Come. Okay. So you catch this. Okay, catch it like this. Is it heavy? No. Okay. Tell me your name and in this class.
My name is Harini. I am studying in 5th standard.
So Catch it like this. Okay, is it heavy? No. So if she catches it for 1 second, it's not heavy. But if she catches the same thing for 1 hour,
It's heavy.
stones become very heavy. Okay, it will become very extremely heavy. Okay, and drop. Okay, then if somebody say, what's your name? Barsa comes here. Okay, she comes and walks here, and she sees that she's catching the stone, and Hardi will say, I'm feeling very heavy. It's very heavy. Now Barsha will laugh. What is heavy? It's normal stones, right? These are normal stones. Why it is so heavy? Okay, so why this became so heavy for Harini? Because she was catching it from 1 hour. But what Barsha knows this is stones. You can play like this. What is the you can't even catch this. She'll laugh. So when you keep a problem in your head, okay, for too much time, okay, you have to solve it. If you keep some problem in your mind, then it becomes very, very heavy. And when you tell to your friends or other people, say, this is a silly problem, for this he is suffering a lot. What is this going on? So you understand what I'm saying? So if you keep on telling, okay, today my dad didn't buy me a chocolate, didn't buy me a chocolate. If you tell to yourself 100 times, you'll always be depressed about that. That's a small thing. If you tell to your friend, my dad didn't buy me a chocolate, it's a silly thing. She'll laugh. Your friend will laugh or not? So you should not put a problem in your head for longer time. Then this small stone becomes so heavy that my hand will break. If I catch it like this for 1 day, what happens? I have to be taken to hospital. I'll not be able to use this hand again if I keep it like this for 1 day. You understand what I'm saying? So the heaviness of the problem is equally proportional to how much time you keep it in your head. You have to either solve the problem or leave the problem, but don't keep it in the head. There are a lot of people in the world suffering, and why the suffering is because they are thinking about something because of which we cannot do anything. See, I just read that one guy got heart attack when India lost the match. See, if India lost the match and you have a tension, can you do anything about it? You can't do anything about it. Okay, even if you fall down and cry also, you cannot do anything. Don't think too much about something for which you cannot do anything. You think about what you can do. Okay, if you can make a difference to your society. See, what the players also will think. The biggest achievers in the world are always joyful. Why? Because they concentrate on what they have to do. Okay, and losers always achieve and think about others, what they have to do. My parents have to be like this. My brother has to be like this. My father has to be. My teachers have to be like this. My school has to. But how the achievers think, how the successful people will think, what I have to do, what I can do. Okay, if there is a problem, then is there anything that I can do to solve the problem? So I cannot do anything, then leave that problem. Don't think about that too much. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, so if let's say now there is a problem. Okay, we have India has got a problem from some other country. Can you do anything about it right now? Don't worry about things which you cannot do anything. Okay, in your adjacent house, okay, just adjacent to your house, there is a family and they are fighting. So can you do anything about it? If you can do anything about it, do it. Otherwise, leave it. Okay, so we always have to think if you can do anything. If you see a problem, you have to think about solving it. Otherwise, leaving it. That's the secret of joy. If you want to be joyful in your life, then don't put too much pressure on yourself, and you always try to solve the problem or leave the problem, but don't keep the problem in your head. Understood what I'm saying? And one more thing to be joyful is, today where you are. For example, I always tell this to every student, okay, throughout my career. So if you are getting 50% marks, okay, so next week what you have to try? You have to try to get the 60% or 70%. But do not compare yourself with others. Each one of you are unique. God has given every one of us some unique talent. Okay, you have to find out the talent. That talent will make your life. Okay, see, and who are the luckiest people in the world? The luckiest people are those who know what is the talent in early stage. In early life only they know. Sachin Tendulkar, they knew, their parents knew that Sachin Tendulkar was very good in playing when he was very small. Okay, when he was child, they got to know. Imagine if Sachin Tendulkar was his parents forced Sachin Tendulkar to become an IAS officer or a singer. Sachin Tendulkar could never become a singer. Now, if Lata Mangeshkar would have tried in cricket, okay, will she would have been successful? No. If let's say Amitabh Bachchan is there, if Amitabh Bachchan would have tried to become a mimicry artist, no, he could have not been successful. Okay, he could have been, he could not been a good cricketer, or Amitabh Bachchan could not become a good politician. Each one of us will have some unique talent. God has given that unique talent. We have to find out what is that talent. You will become the most successful person in the world. Okay, so you cannot become other person. Okay, see, Jackie Chan has a different art. Okay, Jackie Chan cannot play cricket. Okay, you all know Jackie Chan. Okay, so he is good in martial arts. So Mike Tyson cannot do acting. Okay, each one of you have a unique talent. God has already given that. The only thing that we have to do is we have to identify what is that talent. Then you will become very successful. And you'll also be joyful. So how to be joyful is, the other most important secret to be joyful is, do what you like. Do what you like, or like what you do. What do I mean by that? So let's say you're studying. Study what you like. If you can't study what you like what you study. Okay, otherwise you cannot be happy. So if you say, I will not study, you will be wasting your time and you will not get that. So like what you do what you like. This is very important for you to be joyful. So what's the first point? Don't keep the problem for too much time in your mind. Okay, just like your hand will break if you keep a stone in for one day. Same way, if you keep a problem for too much time, it will become rustful. Okay, it will become it will be bad. And the other people, and you get irritated for every small problem. You get irritated. People will also be very angry. What is this? This guy always gets irritated because you have problem in your mind. You cannot be happy. Okay, you should remove the problem. So if I keep if there is a well, in the well, if there is some bad smell, the bad smell will not go away. But river will always move with fresh water, right? So you should always be joyful. The first point is, you should not keep the problem for too much time, and you have to think about only those things in which you can do some difference. Okay. And third thing, what is the third thing that I told you to be joyful? Yes. Like what you do or do what you like. So these are the secrets to be joyful. Okay. Yes.